Hello, everyone, and hope you're all doing well. I'd like to first off apologize. I did post this last night, but I didn't feel like it was a good video, so I wanted to redo it again. So, anyways, I'm gonna post this again, and hopefully it's a little bit better. So, these are all my 24 by 24s. I believe there's about 7 en-suites in this house. All these stones that you see, they're actually 17 years old. It was given to the client. They originally chose big format tiles, her and the designer. But unfortunately, the cousin got involved and said, hey, do you want to take all this stone away from me? And so she did, but not realizing that there wasn't very much of anything to put in certain areas. So what I and the builder did is we cracked open some crates and we seen what we had, talked to the owner, and we're going to be able to try and make things work out for her. So these are 12 by 12 honed tiles, or sorry, stone. So we're not really sure what we're going to do with that. I wouldn't recommend that like on a floor, perhaps maybe a shower or something like that. So there actually was a lot of stone in here. I've gotten down quite a bit. Like, see that pallet with all the cuts? That was actually from 17 years ago. And unfortunately, when you cut from a quarry, this came from China, you can't get that same product anymore, especially if it's 17 years old. I could see maybe a year or two, but you're kind of pushing it. So these are a lot of offcuts. There's some chair rails, 18 by 18s. There's pencils, some mosaics. And there's my levels that are all full of cement, and my grab ball is all full of cement. So I'm going to have to start cleaning a lot of that stuff at the end of the job. And that's how I got some of my stones. They were like cuts. So I did use quite a bit for like closet areas and everything. And for the laundry room, I believe they were 30 by 30, so I used up most of that as well. I think I only had 2 tiles or 2 stones left, marble, for that upstairs in the laundry room. And the ensuite, we're a little bit short, but we might cut back on some areas. But the floors are done up there as well. The 18 by 18s, they're honed and they're polished. We might use that somewhere. We're not quite sure. Maybe on the 3rd floor in the guest ensuite. We'll see what happens. So just bear with me. Yeah, it's quite a mess in there, isn't it? Okay. So I had none to spare in this room here. You could see they're different shades, and I think some dye lots are different. But I managed to make it work. I had none to spare. I would think I was short about 2 or 3 in the closet, so I saved that till last. So from the laundry room, the 30 by 30, I cut it down to 24 by 24 to fill in that closet. So I just made it work, guys. See how they're a little bit different in the corners there? So before I go too far, the thing with this is I did kind of the bad ones under the stairs. I asked permission from the owner, and they said you have to do what you can do, and so that's what we did. And you see that wall there with all the cement board? I'm going to do some bricklaying there. Those 2 walls and around the window, it's all going to be stone. So it's from the ground floor to the 3rd floor. As you can see, it's all the way up there. And I'm actually really looking forward to that because I do love to bricklay. Okay, so see that one tile missing where the post is? We're waiting for the post. It's going to be powder coated. It's a metal post, and then when the time comes, I'm going to try and fit something in there. So hopefully we can make the adjustment where I don't have to snap the stone to make it fit. Now, this floor, I'm going to let you know I had to do a lot of leveling on this. Usually what I do is I pre-level everything, but I couldn't because we had to use up this stone right away, and we had to get going over here. But you could see there's a lot of imperfections in this stone. So I've got a secret, and I will post that video on Monday of how I can get those scratches out. You see how the edges, they're kind of like rough and everything. That's the way they came, but some of these stones, I had to square them up a lot better than what they were before because they were off square. Like I said, they came from China, and actually, I was quite surprised. I did a lot of squaring to make things a little bit presentable. You see the stone is still drying. Now, there is about a ½ inch to 1 inch of cement on this floor. And remember, you always use a white cement. So I used the Mapai LFT cement. And you can build that cement up high to so it will be very strong. It's a good product, and I've used it for many years. Remember, never use a gray cement on stone. Always use white. And we got another closet here. And also the stone, it looks dark, guys, because it's going to take about 2 to a month to go to its back to its natural state. So you see the dark ones. I'll take a video at another time in a month, and I'll show you that it comes a lot lighter than that. So I had to use my levels a lot to make sure everything was as close as possible to being level. So I'm happy with that. It's not an easy process without self leveling, but I manage to do it. I do it quite often, so I'm kind of used to it. And I just use the 1/16 spacers on this. Try to get the joints as best as I can. I have to admit, I am very happy with being out of this room. It was very stressful, but the owner really appreciated what I did, and she told me I took pride in what I did. So that kind of warmed my heart up, and I had to really show a lot of patience. So this powder room here, guys, this is called hone. This is no polish on this. So I use what I could, the honed in the powder room. I am going to use a sealer, and I'll show you that product just in a second. So I didn't grout that. I'll seal this first, wait for a day, and then I'll grout. So it's a high gloss sealer. So it'll bring up like that polish right there. It'll put a polish on that 24 by 24s. So we'll use that high gloss sealer. That'll help me out. Remember, guys, always clean everything. Wait the next day. Put a sealer. Wait the next day, and then start grouting. And then wait. Actually, you're supposed to wait about between 4 to 7 days before you put the sealer on top of the stone. It's just a lot better to let things kind of dry out a little bit more, okay? So there is a lot of dark here and there, but like I said, it will come back to its natural state. So don't be discouraged. I think it's different. Marble, you really have to take good care of it. You really have to respect it. And it's not like porcelain tile or anything where you could just wipe it and clean it and it's easy. Over time, like the sealer I got, it's a good product, and you have to reseal the floors every 5 to 7 years. So, and they understand that. So this is the second floor here, and that, like I said, I'm laying stone all the way from the bottom to the top. There is a third floor. I did take some videos for you guys. I'll post them when the time comes. And there we go. Um, I'm a little bit happy too because now I can use the hones in some areas. Like right off to your right there, there's a laundry room that I did the 30 by 30 stones. And right across is the powder room. And we're going to use the honed stone like I did in the powder room in that area. And I'll put the polished sealer on that as well. This is on the lake. It's a beautiful view. And it's a nice, gorgeous house. And the owners are very nice. I really have a lot of respect for them. And they're very good to me. Anyways, guys, I hope you love it. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.